Oh my God. Okay. Hey, we're here. Ready? Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Is this thing on? Okay. Hey guys, it's me, Jeffrey. I'm here. And alongside of me tonight, you'll see we have the fabulous Miss Dakota. And then
Hello.
below us both, we've got Miss Angelique Bates. And then joining us in a few minutes, Stephen will be here. We had a little bit of a snafu with timing. Daylight savings time in
Shit, I'm freezing
America does
already.
not line up with Australia daylight savings time. So the show was scheduled to start an hour later in America, and the boys thought we had another hour to go. So we're like, where the hell are you? I've been sitting here waiting for like a half an hour and nobody was showing up. Oh, and there goes Dakota.
Show up again.
Woo! So while we wait for the boys to hang out, Miss Dakota,
Is it really happening again?
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, she's not. Okay, there she goes. Okay. All right, today's going to be the day. Okay.
Choose happy.
There she is. She's back. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, Dakota, how has your week been, girl? We got an exciting announcement later, but we're not going to tell it just yet. We're going to make the people they got to tune in. They got to stay with us to get the announcement.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to
Sorry,
cut you
go
off.
ahead.
Sorry,
yeah,
bitch.
No, you're fine.
It's been a pretty good week. Excited about that announcement. Just been kind of like working, lazy week, dealing with the pigeons, the devils.
Girl, Angelique, this fool got pet pigeons.
Oh, in real life. Okay.
Yeah. It's not. It's wish it was a joke, but it's not. I should have gotten only one. I think I overcommitted a little, but probably been a little more comfortable with one, but they don't even like me.
So do they poop all over the place?
Yeah, just everywhere. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Go follow her on TikTok. She's got videos.
They do, but I do have pigeon pants, and they're like a little diaper for like birds. So
wow. So you be putting little hats and stuff on them too, huh?
I mean, I'm not that crazy yet, but
you said yet.
Yet.
Keyword.
Been a good week though.
No. Oh well, no. Okay. I'm glad it's been a good week.
Jeffrey's
I know I'm
a bird hater.
I'm not a bird hater. Look, I had one, but when I went out of town, my friend fed it to rock bedding and it killed it. So it wasn't good. Like I had birds that didn't last long.
Not ideal.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't. And the thing was vicious. So whatever. Miss Angelique, girl, how's your weekend been? What'd you do this week, sister? Oh, somebody's here.
It's been pretty great. I mean, I can't complain. You know, blessed and highly favored. Hey.
Morning.
Hello,
there
puppet.
He is.
Hello, everyone. How are we?
Great. So nice of you to join us.
Slight miscommunication on the time zones there. Hi, everyone.
Shit.
Have we done welcome and everything to the show? We're live.
Well, yeah, we were just catching up with Angelique's week.
Oh, she's back in her mansion. I love.
Oh, yeah. I was going to do the cheese grater, from the Missy Elliott video, but I couldn't get it up in time.
No, the best part was before she had the brick wall, but she's like, well, I can't do the prison wall.
Oh, yeah, it was a straight prison.
Orange is not the new black. It's not cute.
All right.
I can't.
But yeah, I didn't really have too much exciting things happen this week, I just, like I said, blessed and highly favored. So I'm here.
No more trauma with the children.
Oh my gosh, no, nothing. Well, okay, maybe that's a lie. So I'm still a little traumatized, right? So from his American Pie episode. So like anytime he says anything, like I don't care how innocent it is. Like one day he went into the closet. Okay, so we have a hallway closet because I wasn't about to sound right. So he went into the hallway closet and there's Vaseline in there amongst all of our other hygiene products. And I saw him disappear to the bathroom, but I didn't know what he grabbed. So like 5 minutes later, I'm like, what did you go in the bathroom with? He was like, nothing. I was like, but I saw you in the closet. He was like, I had Vaseline. And I literally just stopped and just stared at him. And he was like, I was putting it on my lips. Why are you looking at me like that? And I was like, I'm gonna mind my business right now.
I need to see receipts, child. I need to see receipts. I know what you get up to.
I wouldn't want to see receipts for that.
I don't want to. I was like, I don't even want to think about it.
Sticky receipts.
Oh.
Oh, I make him clean. I don't even care what he's doing. I
I'm
don't care if he's
here.
from there. I'm like, clean everything. Lysol, I don't care. He's like, but mom, I don't care. I don't want to know what you're really doing.
Remind me to hook you up with some fantastic cleaning products later from the wellness company Katrina and I belong to, okay?
Oh my gosh.
See, Dakota, this is the kind of hustle that you need to have.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Here I'm just trying to sell my body, but he's trying to sell cleaning products.
And make sure if you're just tuning in, you skip over to iTunes and pick up Katie Underwood's Monster Dreaming, okay?
look, Jeffrey doesn't have a soul left to sell, so he's got to sell
Not at
everything
all.
else. No, not at all.
Not even a
girl.
little
Not
bit.
at all.
I
Yeah,
feel like I
that's
need to get a sponsorship from the water company because I'm always drinking water.
Right,
Well,
right.
that's good. Staying hydrated.
So my
Keeping
week's
everything
been a little
tight.
traumatizing. My child just turned 9. Tyler, the middle child, he turned 9 on Monday. And then he, everybody does a treadmill in my house. The very expensive treadmill that has iFit on it. He kept running on the long side of it. And then I've told him many times not to. He ripped the cord out of the wall and ripped the prongs out of it. And the shit is broke.
Oh no.
All of us got real quiet, like.
yeah. Well, so did he. He was like, he started crying. He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I was just like,
Who did this? Who was this?
Tyler, the destructive one, the one that breaks a lot of things. The broke
Oh
his.
no, it was an accident too.
He's on laptop number 2, right? And he's crying because for his birthday he got a new laptop. He's like, it's a stupid gift. I don't want a laptop. That's a stupid gift. It's boring. And I'm like, you know what? You are spoiled. Are you kidding me? If I got a laptop for my birthday as a kid, I'd have been ecstatic. And you're talking about it's a boring gift. You need to just go in the other room for a little bit. I don't even want to talk to you right now. I can't with you. Yeah. So he broke the cord. He was a little traumatized. I was a little traumatized. I said, you know what? Let's just go to bed. We're gonna go to bed.
Oh, good choice. Nice choices, Jeffrey. Nice parenting choices.
We're just gonna go to bed. I gave him a hug as I was biting my tongue and made it bleed. Gave him a hug, put them to bed, and then I just went outside and put my head into a wall, and then went and did how we ended up this way. So that was fun.
Did we tell Auntie Kelly that we need a replacement cord?
No, I've got to try to call the company because I'm like, what do I do? Because there's the extended warranty that I paid $400 for to have them come lube this thing and do all these things. Ooh. Yeah, but it only covers normal wear and tear.
It doesn't cover that?
No, not when your kid trip over the cord and bust it. And what kind of chintziness is that? You know what I'm saying? Like
how can a kid rip it out?
Like what? They don't need to know that.
Right. Like manufacturer defect. That's what it was, Nordic Track.
We'll edit this point out the show.
It's like that, and then whoop, we just get
you could be like, I was just traveling to England
as
and the
much
cord
as I promoted
Nordic
Nordic Track, they can come fix that cord for free, damn it.
How's Jeffrey supposed to run around Italy if he doesn't?
Right. How am I supposed to hang out with my girlfriend Stacey Clark and her husband and lose some weight with that poor man who's always talking about his problems? Well, he's supposed to be helping me lose all this weight.
I feel like you're paying for their therapy. It's like, yeah.
Seriously.
Then when I was 17, somebody hit me with a car. It's like walking
oh God,
to
you just got in there. He's like, oh, it's been a rough couple of years, buddy. I'm not here for that. I'm here to just taking the views. You just controlling my machine, making me run quicker. And
I am just trying not to lose a foot to diabetes at the moment. It's like, come on.
Oh, this bitch. Oh, Madison's a part. Madison, yeah, you better stick around, fool, because we got a nice little
Madison, I have questions.
Oh, Madison, you pissed Dakota off. I was getting my phone was blowing up earlier.
No way. You did not piss me off. I was just a little confused.
Mm-hmm. Sure, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah. It takes a lot to make me mad.
Sure.
Are you a Sagittarius?
Can't wait to see that.
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, no.
Me too. Work.
We intuitive as fuck.
We got some smart fish up in here.
Yeah. Gulp.
Oh,
just kidding.
Luke's a Pisces too, but he's not coming yet. He will be with us. The Australian quotient was just a little bit, confused by life, and Jeffrey's like, "Where are you?"
I know.
Sorry.
I thought I was gonna be the latest.
No, well, look, I've never been late for a show. So
I thought
first
I
time
was
for
about to be
everything.
the late one.
I know, I've been sitting on there for a half an hour by myself, like, where in the
surprised
hell?
I'm surprised you usually abusively message me like, I'm here by myself. I'm like, okay, sorry.
Well,
Well,
I got that text. I was like, nobody's here.
Welcome to the,
I know Jeffrey
welcome to
texted
the
me. He's like,
team.
I'm on. I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to work with my eyebrows. Like, I don't know. Be there in a
Don't talk to
few.
me. Don't talk to me. I'm trying to fix my brows.
That's what I was doing when you hit me about the live. I'm like, yo, you got to tell me way before because this is the hour that I'm putting my eyebrows on.
Listen, I don't listen. Y'all want time? I don't do notice. Okay, my world is like Katrina has now gotten used to it, and she knows. Give me 5 minutes, and I know that means a half an hour.
We're on the
I
same
said
time.
5 minutes. I was 5 minutes. I'm here.
Hi, Luke.
Luke's
Hello,
here.
how are we?
Look, you look
Now-
like you got put away wet, honey. What happened?
Look, we
Did I
look,
wake
I'm
you up
sure-
when I called you?
Yeah, kinda.
Tippin'.
And
That was me
look,
last
we're
week.
gonna do a little experiment right now, kids. How bad's the herpy? With my ring light on or with my ring light off?
Your herpes?
He's
I
got a
thought he was
cold
talking
sore.
about another
Oh.
ring for a second. I
like-
was like,
Right.
you say
Ed
experiment
Lee.
ring?
We only do that show on our Patreon, girl.
That's
You're
respect if
experiencing
you're
ring.
nasty. Listen, look at that. Ooh.
Oh look, well
I
no one
like
can
it.
notice it, so that's great. Let's just
Well, now
put
you've
the ring light
mentioned
back
it.
on.
You look
Yeah, oh
great.
look, I had to bring attention to it because it's just been the focal point of my whole life for a week.
Luke would know.
I was like, why
Look,
can't you be like every man I've ever known and just leave me, herpy?
Oh, wow. Things are getting real grim
takes
all
all
of a
day.
sudden.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
just glad I'm here.
Oh.
Okay, so Luke, Madison Devine would like to know if women can be bottoms.
Look, I'm just not answering. I don't know.
He's not going to
Where that
incriminate himself.
No,
Okay,
where's that going
bottoms
to
are
take
normally-
me?
Bottoms are normally the one that
It's a
are in
receptive
your rear-
person.
the rear
Yeah,
door,
so
right?
aren't most women bottoms?
Thank you. That's what I
Well,
thought.
that's what I was.
Unless you're into pegging.
Peggy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my
Are
nickname
we
was Peggy in high school. You
Are
know?
we educating Dakota? Okay.
I
So
think we
pegging,
are.
pegging
Oh, it's a
is when we.
family.
I know what
women
pegging
use-
I've been asked a few times to do it. And it's just a
Oh,
little too aggressive
girl.
for me.
You're like, that is a separate TikTok.
And in the stud and femme relation, the femme would be the bottom, right?
I
Correct.
think so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought
Kinda.
I knew the answer.
The more
Maybe.
Honestly.
the more passive.
Well,
Right.
you know what?
Unless
There's
you're
gonna
a
be
power
like
bottom.
there's gonna be like some people out there that are extremely offended by this whole conversation, and they're gonna be like,
It always goes real left. I've noticed.
Well,
You shouldn't have invited me then. That was a little dicey.
too much Mexican food. Oh yeah, no, you don't do that, girl.
no.
Yeah,
So
it's
a
good
good
food,
bottom
man.
knows to prepare before the event, like
You just
leading
don't
up to the event. You just be conscientious of.
And I just happen to have a wellness company that has better fiber than Metamucil. Hit us up. Katrina and I, we got the greatest company. Just saying.
Jeffrey's always got to poop. Ask him. He's full of shit.
Absolutely.
of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, since I don't think Brooke will be here because she's going to be at work, she'll get on at the end of the show and be like, "Hi, I'm here." We'll be like, "We're
Stupid
going, bye,
bitch.
bitch." Can't read time. All right. Should we jump into this week's hot topics, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes,
I'm right
Kelly.
here.
Yes, I do.
All right. Hide it. Close your eyes.
Hot load of hot topics.
Ooh, squirty. Squirty. All right,
That's what
since
he
we're
said.
talking about upsetting things, let's get the upsetting things out of the way first, shall we?
Oh,
So, Russia
oh yeah.
are basically committing war crimes in plain sight. This is a picture of a theater in a small Ukrainian town with the words "children" written to indicate that there are children inside.
Oh my god.
It was hit by a 1,000-pound bomb. There isn't much information about casualties and stuff like that at the moment from that. But
Look, I didn't know I was gonna start crying. Look, I put eyelashes on, yo.
you got to ride the ride, Angelique. Ride the ride.
And so, like, this was on Twitter, and on our Twitter page, like, I kind of went off, and I'm kind of sad Vera and Katie are here for this because I'm sure we'd be duking it out. I'm kind of really just to the point that if we're going to be America, let's do the thing America does, right? We need to just go start saving people. We need to go be the damn bullies. We need to go kick Putin's ass. We need to go get him. We need to go catch him. We need to just get this done and over with. If we're going to be in World War III, let's just go take care of business, okay? Like, I'm tired of this. We're sitting on the sidelines watching this country get decimated, watch women and children being separated from their husbands, families getting ruined. This is not okay. This is not what America is about. We're all sitting here crying about what's going on and all over these different states across our country right now, but yet we're watching this go on in the other parts of the world. How is that okay? How is it okay if anybody sits and watch a crime happens and we see that happen? Don't we all judge them? Don't we all make commentary on people sitting back watching a crime happen when they were capable of doing something about that?
Definitely.
Don't we all?
Why would people go help them? They don't have oil.
Something has to be done. This
right.
Us sitting back doing nothing as a country makes us just as guilty.
And with Australia's the same. Australia's doing exactly the same thing. I think that when it became obvious that there was no intent for them to just attack military targets when they're bombing, like, theaters full of children
Deltas.
and chemotherapy wards and stuff like that. That is an act of aggression, an act of war, like basically human rights offenses in front of the rest of the world, and no one's going to do anything. But the thing is, with Putin, I don't think that you're going to be able to, unless things
it's going to be World War III.
Yeah, he will just push a button and it will be all over. Like, it'll be over.
He's going to make it World War III no matter what.
Exactly.
He's not going to stop at Ukraine. This is not going to end. That man is going to he's going to keep going. He's going to keep going. So either we nip it in the ass now, or we're all going to suffer the consequences later.
Well, I know Zelensky addressed Biden directly. He said, President Biden,
what the hell did I get into?
If you're the leader of the free world, then you need to be the leader of peace. And those words sort of rang pretty heavy on me. I'm like, what are we all doing as people that are peaceful when we're watching all of this just transpire? And it's just a terrible thing. I can't be funny about it. Sorry.
Nothing. We're in a country where it's ripping itself apart because we have leaders on one side that are trying to ban books, that are banning gays, that we have people in Congress screaming at the president while he's talking about his son that was killed, that was in the military. I mean, our country's in a disgrace. It's just a very horrific thing. Meanwhile, we fought wars. The Republicans got us into wars how many times over that were endless over what? Meanwhile, this country is getting decimated and we're doing nothing. Biden is doing nothing. He's doing nothing to protect the kids, the trans kids that are getting thrown to the wayside in this country. He's doing nothing to protect the rights of LGBTQ people in this country. He's doing nothing to protect the Ukraine people, and Biden needs to go.
Well, look, we could have on the other side of the fence. It's not really that great either because poor Donald Trump needs donations for a new plane. His plane broke and he had to fly someone else's private jet to his home in Mar-a-Lago. So sad. Are we so sad for Donald Trump that his own plane is not working?
Heartbroken.
Are you sad when you fly your private jet, Dakota?
Yeah.
And the engine fails. Are you feel really below yourself when you have to borrow someone else's?
I do, except my private jet is a Jeep Patriot that's 10 years old. So
Yes.
Does
The
does Donald remind you of any of your exes?
me,
Yeah.
no,
I feel
my
like
ex of 6 years, literally obsessed with Donald Trump. He, like, I'm not even kidding, dude. One time we're having sexy time, and he started talking like him. Not kidding.
Oh,
like what would he say? What would he
oh.
say? Give us an example. We need some
It's like I'm gonna
examples.
stick it in your vagina.
He's like,
Grab him by the pussy.
by the pussy.
Did he-
Like, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna grab your pussy.
I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? This is not hot.
Oh.
Can you look at Donald the same ever again now, Dakota?
I mean, I want to call him daddy. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No, like, I just don't like the dude. And I'm not a very political person. It's not even, like, I didn't like him when he wasn't president. Like, he's
Right.
just an asshole.
But
Now I feel
ignorant.
bad because we're upsetting Angelique, who is a diehard Republican and a staunch Trump supporter.
Oh.
Well, you put the camera on me.
Come on, girl, fire up.
You know what? And I don't really speak on political stuff, but what I will say is
Little
do
bit.
not listen to what he just said.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Like,
Right.
Where does old mate get off?
I cut
asking
out.
for
Is she
money?
really?
No.
No.
Did you see my face? I'm like,
Yeah.
Did you see my face?
I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
They've just remortgaged Trump Towers, and now he's asking for money for a private jet.
Well, how do you think he's going to play for the jet? He's got to remortgage everything he owns.
I'm like, but
Did he lose his money?
He doesn't. He's never had any.
Doesn't have any. That's the thing.
Okay. Do you know
It's
the
his big
biggest
lie
secret?
that he's this multi-millionaire.
People were so upset with, what was it? Mark Burnett, right? Was the dude that did Celebrity Apprentice? They couldn't film in Trump Towers because his offices were so outdated and like shag carpeting. So they had to film like the Celebrity Apprentice in studios because everything was junk. Because the man, you know, when they say he's never filed bankruptcy, he personally hasn't filed bankruptcy. It's all his corporations because they all a lot
Like
of
the
his businesses
university or the
failed.
casino or the
Yeah.
I have to start reading. I don't know any of that shit.
I mean, look, it's not really all that exciting. I mean, the thing is, the man is smart in the sense of business wise, right? He's
Yeah.
smart enough to go get a
Serial killers are
corporation,
too.
and it fails.
You're right.
Fine. You don't get personally affected by that, right? The business fails. He's protected as an individual. It's not, you know what I mean? So people that are getting mad, it's like, well, are you mad at him or are you mad because you weren't smart enough to do that yourself?
I need to ask a question though. Where is Melania?
Not with him.
Bitch is missing. Did
So
she
they
run
Melania's
Melania
away?
fighting the
always
good
listen.
fight. She's defending the Ukraine.
She chewed
GI
off her ankle.
Jading.
She chewed off her ankle bracelet, dug out the chip, and ran. She's gone.
Look at Angela. She's just shaking her head like, oh no. Okay, what else we got? This is too much.
I have to. I'm sorry. I'm like, where did that bitch go?
Kelly
Where did
said
she go?
yes.
Where did she go? I need to know.
And then,
All right.
oh my God, Holly. She wants to hear sex stories about.
So many more. There are 6 years worth.
Okay,
lot.
You gotta hold on to your material because like we get so many stories out of everyone, and you're like, I don't know what else to say. Gotta
Right.
drip
Oh, I
feed
have
the people.
stories.
Drip feed the people. Drip feed the people. Speaking of crazy Americans, did we see Carrie Lake, the governor of? I think she's not Texas. She's somewhere Arizona.
Somewhere.
Yeah. So she was on Australian 60 Minutes saying that Australians gave up our freedom when we gave away our guns. And that we were
These-
Yep. And then that we were a police state because of our lockdown laws for COVID. Now last time I checked, our death rate from COVID was 5,662 compared to America's 967,000 people dead from
That's
COVID. I will sacrifice my my freedom for not going out and getting shot in the face to not have my family, friends, and everyone die a horrible death of COVID. That might just be me.
Shots
Look,
fired.
I'll just interject.
Discuss.
I know my kid's not going to get shot at school today.
Shots fired, literally.
At school.
Okay, but
literally.
now, Jeff, you do
guys.
like your guns. Can you please tell us?
It's
what you
not
think?
even about liking guns. For me,
Well, you like the
I
idea
like
of
guns.
of not having the government taking away
well,
stuff, right?
I feel like it's a bigger issue. I feel like it's a mental health crisis in America that's not being addressed.
And
People
you don't
want
give
to
crazy
talk
people
about it.
guns.
Right. You don't give crazy people guns. And if we had better mental health care access, if it wasn't so stigmatized, we wouldn't have crazy people shooting up schools, movie theaters, synagogues, churches.
Jeff,
Pick
okay,
one.
just a couple of days ago, there was like someone iced out of their head here in Australia who picked up a pole and started smashing it through a car with a father and his teenage son inside. And then they got out and brawled on the street. Now, do you think if either of those people were armed, there'd be a dead body?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Luke. In America, it's not just guns, right? People are not just picking up guns and going and killing people. People are getting in their cars and going and parading.
But it's a lot
through
easier to shoot
crowds of
someone.
Yeah, but it's just as easy to get in a vehicle and go plow down crowds of people, which happens.
Yeah,
on a
they did
regular
that in
basis
Melbourne
here
too, but they don't do it much anymore.
Right, but they do it
Like-
here on a regular basis. That happens here. People like you and I got into it the one time, and you're like, oh, well, they can't go and stab people. And then the next day, this chick killed her whole family. She stabbed all of her kids to death and then burned the house down. People are going to find a way, whether it's a gun, a knife, they're going to go online and figure out how to make another kind of weapon that, they're going to put in a backpack and drop it off somewhere. Whatever the case is, they're going to find a way because they're not getting that mental health care that they need. They're crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're not okay in the head. And if that was addressed, this wouldn't be happening. And if the people around them and everybody was more aware of the people around you, this wouldn't be going on. We need to take care of each other.
But the hard thing with mental health, and I think everyone has been touched by someone that has mental health issues if you don't struggle with stuff yourself, is that you can't really force someone to get help.
I was going to say that.
You know what I mean? You've got to be cognizant enough and understand yourself enough that your behavior is A, damaging to yourself, or B, could be damaging to someone else. You can't you can't force someone into treatment or medication and stuff like that, which is,
Well,
the
you
other
can
side
know,
of it.
but look at Amanda Bynes. Look at Britney Spears. They got forced into conservatorships.
Don't look at Britney Spears because that's not a great argument.
I'm saying it happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the time in America. The land of the free. People get put in conservatorships every day for the wrong reasons. So it's possible. And look, I'm the product. My grandfather shot and killed my grandmother and then himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. Like, I am directly impacted by gun violence.
Miss Angelique, what do you think
Jeff,
about this whole
Jeff,
combo?
you've gone mute.
Oh,
Jeff? No. I think we killed Jeffrey. Angelique, go.
What was so much happened? I'm like, what was the question again?
We were talking about guns. So Jeff's argument is that the gun violence is directly correlated to mental health issues. Do you agree?
I mean, in a way,
Sorta,
I do. Because I was
kinda.
getting ready to say, yeah, because then I had to really think about it, because you have the police, you have other elements, but then I was like, that all really goes down to it is a mental health issue.
It's more like a systemic issue then, right? It's a whole cultural problem around the fact that, oh, hi, me. I don't want me. Get off me. To me, it's a systemic issue where
Up, Daddy.
you can't really locate what needs to fix. It's like the whole system needs to be upturned and fixed. Like Vera said, tax people with guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That'll,
no.
you know what I mean? Like, they've got to be registered. They should have taxation on them. You know, make it
When-
work.
Make it a little bit
Vera
harder.
wanted insurance.
Insurance, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, make the insurance mandatory because
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
Because
If
I
we
just
have to
found
have
out.
insurance on a car, why do we not have to have insurance on a gun?
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I just found out a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, they really have insurance for the firearms? Because I honestly didn't know, because the main thing, because I'm in an open carrying state, so the main thing is normally, okay, you have to have the permit. Like, I'm always hearing about the permit. I don't hear them talking about insurance. So make that mandatory.
Yeah.
And then, it's just like, they're not making you have to do certain things. Like you said, if you have to do certain steps for other things that are like less serious, then why not for firearms?
Right? Think of the hoops you've got to go through to open a small business. You're allowed to blow people away without, like, the shot of, like, okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Dakota, I thought you were really good at playing freeze, but you were actually frozen.
Really? No.
Yeah.
I know. I don't. Last time I was on the live show, it was completely fine, and then
Welcome
Man.
to live.
This is what it does all the time. Don't worry about it.
It's so exciting.
What are your feelings on firearms?
okay. So I personally do not like guns, but like I understand that some people need them for like hunting and everything. And going off of what Jeffrey said about mental health, I agree with you, Steve, because I'm somebody that experienced, after my mom passed away in 2019, I went through such like a depressive period that I was like borderline depressed for like 2 years, and everyone's like, you need help, and it wasn't until I hit my rock bottom when I was ready. Everybody was telling me to get help, but it wasn't until I was ready that I sought out the help on my own. It's like, it's something you have to come to on your own terms, but I feel like we just need to accept that some people are just like, I hate to say it, but like beyond help and crazy.
Yeah,
and
It's
absolutely.
like people in a bad relationship. You can tell them to leave it. They're not going to until they're ready, if they're
Yeah,
ever ready.
absolutely.
Then it's
Those are
getting
the
help
people
yourself.
you make sure do not have access to weapons. Like my grandfather had dementia. They knew he had a gun. And you know what they said? Well, we didn't know he had the bullets.
At that point, that needs to be with dementia, that somebody should have intervened.
Yeah, but see, that's why you take away people's driver's license. You should take away a gun license, right? Right. Anyway, should we get off the heavy stuff for a little while?
Yes,
and talk something a bit
please.
light?
Yes.
Oh, this one's still a little bit heavy. The next two are a little bit heavy.
Let's get rid of them.
Just prepare your childhood hearts, because
I bit my
we
lip on a
lost-
biscuit, okay?
we lost Emilio Delgado this week. Now, who watched Sesame Street growing up?
Right here.
This hit me in the feels a little bit, because I remember Luis and Maria. I was like, oh, they are the bomb diggity. And he, like, looking into his career, he blazed a trail, this man. And I feel really sad that, like, all of these icons of our childhood are just like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, this is what being an adult is.
How old was
Right.
he?
He was.
It started with lamb chops.
I feel like he was 8. He was fairly old, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was
Let
like
me
in the
double check that.
70s or something.
Yeah, he had a good run.
Yeah.
70s is
he
not
wasn't like-
old.
Yeah, it's not old,
really
but still,
not.
it's better than 24.
Not old if you
know?
got money.
Oh, but he worked for Children's Television Workshop. He probably didn't have that much money.
They
did he?
paid well.
Yeah, no, they paid really good.
Oh, look at Angela.
I know
I wish
somebody-
I was on Sesame Street.
Man, seriously.
Let
I
me
know
get some of
somebody
that
that's
Big
on
Bird
there.
money.
Yeah, right.
I would have been so
All right.
good. I would have been doing the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s.
Right.
Yeah,
Maria
like,
got
I-
paid.
That really
Okay,
crazy, yeah.
Maria got paid.
I wonder if. Oh, but see, I wonder if they're going to bring it up on the show. Like, if they're going to bring Maria in and do a very. Because you know how, like, Sesame Street tackles some heavy shit.
They would
Like
have
they-
to. I think every time somebody passed, they did somehow bring it up, like
Yeah.
Mr. Hooper and.
Yeah. So do you know? So Luis ran the Fix It shop. Do you know who his original partner
Oh,
was in the show
Excuse you.
that came on with?
Bless
Excuse me.
you.
Thank you.
The guy that played Gomez at Raul Julia
Oh.
was on Sesame Street. He was 81 when he passed away, by the way.
Oh,
So,
yeah, he had
81.
He had a good innings, but thank you, dude. He was very educational, and this photo kind of hit me in the feels as well. We had a reunion cast photo of Mrs.
Oh, that
I
Doubtfire.
love that
40s.
movie.
These are all the
Where's
grown-up
Sally
children.
Fields?
She
Right.
can't.
Yeah, Sally.
I have to go. We have to leave now. I have to go. She ran away. I love Sally Field.
I do too.
She's so
Can I
great.
just say though, like how hot the Lawrence boys are? Can we just have some appreciation for the Lawrence boys?
Whoa!
But look, yeah, you go. I was going to say which Lawrence boy was to be fave, but is that important?
I think you've got it. It's Joey, isn't it?
Yeah, Joe.
No,
Wasn't
it
there
wasn't
for a little
Joey. It was Matthew.
Oh.
You know, Angelique's good friends with Joey.
Oh. Do you go?
Why do you
oh,
believe
all the time?
anything I say? You should know by
I
now.
met them, but no.
I am not. And just to make us feel real old, Jeffrey won't care. I know this already.
No.
But last
No, I
week was the
won't.
25th anniversary of the premiere of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That
Girl.
used to be my show.
Oh,
I love
it
that
so
show.
bad.
Oh,
right?
the hell with
Jeffrey,
all
you're
of
in the
you.
minority here, bitch. Like,
Okay,
he
I'll be
hates it.
back.
He loves the movie. Oh, he's literally gone.
He said,
We're
"And
only talking-
peace."
We're only talking about it for 2 seconds because
Well,
we're
fuck
actually
him.
going to talk about what a fucking legend Dolly Parton is.
Oh, I love
Boom.
that.
Oh,
So Miss Dolly was a nominee for the Rock and Roll Hall
I'll
of
come
Fame.
back for that.
And her statement, she declined it. She said, Dolly here, though I'm extremely flattered and grateful to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't feel I've earned the right. I really do not want votes to be split because of me, so I respectfully bow out. I do hope that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will understand and will be willing to reconsider me again if I'm ever worthy. Hello. This has, however, inspired me to put out a hopefully great rock and roll album at some point in the future, which I've always wanted to do. What a class act Dolly Parton is.
she would have won. What'd
She
she
would've.
bow out
She
for?
would have had to.
I get what you're saying. Though.
What great
she's-
publicity.
I know, but she's a smart lady. She's smart, even if she's like, and what's one of the chicks from Heart is like, I'm gonna write you an album, Dolly. So she's gonna have a rock and roll album coming out.
She
She'll
should
be
do
like,
a cover of My Humps. She really
does
should.
Does Dolly Parton really need the chick from Heart to write her an album? No.
rock songs are different to country songs, Jeffrey.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if she needs it, but like, it'd be nice. I think it's always nice when artists throw a different flavor in, right? Right? Just throw a bit of a different flavor. I'm going to read you the list of other people who are in the running, and you tell me who you think should be like
They're
the
more
bitch.
deserving than Dolly.
All right. So we have not more. We have Beck.
Who's
We
that?
have Pat
I don't know who that
Benatar,
Sector.
Yeah, Benatar should be
Pat.
there.
Pat.
Kate Bush. What a ring! Hi too.
No.
Well, but she wasn't a rock singer.
Pat.
Devo,
No,
Mm-mm.
only Pat so far is
Dur-
ticking the box for me.
Duran.
No.
Oh my God!
No.
Yes. No.
Look, it's like,
Yeah, they're
oh,
great
fuck
singers,
yeah.
but they're not
She's like,
rock.
yeah.
They're not rock and
Angelique, I
roll.
can't even talk to
Me
you
too.
right now. I'm so disgusted with you right now that you just
I
got all
love me
excited
some
for
Duran
Duran.
Duran.
Here's who
You
I
need
think
to
it's
sit
got.
down.
Here's who I think
am.
it's gonna be. Eminem.
It's me.
Eminem.
What?
What? Eminem is in rock.
Oh,
He's
so
in there.
Are you for
Jeffrey's
real?
just-
Eminem is in the rock one.
He's been nominated.
I mean, I
Jeffrey,
love
what happened?
Eminem, but he's
He nearly
not.
died. A child came out, didn't they?
Is he in there?
No, it wasn't Aunt Mel. She just creeped
Oh,
around the corner and
Aunt
scared
Mel
the
just
ever
scared the
living
shit out of Jeffrey.
shit out of me.
The Eurythmics. A bit of Annie Lennox.
I just peed a little.
Don't
That's
stand
gonna
up.
do it on me.
Judas Priest. That's rock.
Yeah.
Fela Kuti.
Are you making these up?
No.
Yeah,
MC5.
some of these people.
The New
Who's
York
MC5?
Dolls. Rage Against the Machine.
I know
Lionel
that.
Richie.
Who?
Carly Simon.
Lionel Richie.
Yep.
I thought
A
that's what you
Called
said.
Quest. A Tribe Called Quest and Dionne
For rock
Warwick.
and roll?
Then
Didn't
Yeah,
Carly
Rock and Roll
Simon
Hall
only
of
have
Fame.
one hit song? Like
She had
that,
clouds in
You're
her
So Vain?
coffee. She had clouds in her coffee. Clouds in her
See, I
coffee.
see what she's
Better stop.
saying because they mix genres up. So like when
Yeah.
they had Bone and LL Cool J before, they had all like hip hop. And you're
Yeah.
mixing it like
they're
Eminem
just
shouldn't
going,
be in there with
throwing
rock.
it at the wall, really. Yeah.
Wait, he's really in there?
Yeah.
But he's like rap, isn't he?
I mean, I love Eminem, but he's
No,
not.
I do
He
too.
is.
Well, I
like
don't
the peanut
understand.
one
Why
that's
can't they
chunky.
bust it into categories, right? Like do a list of all rappers and vote them, and do a list of all rockers. do
Right.
country.
Maybe there's a budget issue at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Like
Yeah,
make
that's
them
probably why she
vote
bowed
against
out.
people in their own category. Don't
They got
mix
cutbacks at the
Right.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, y'all.
That's
They
why
can't
she
be-
bowed out because she didn't want to take away from that because clearly she's not rock. I get what she was saying now. But
Yeah. But I'd
That
listen
was
to a Dolly
crazy.
Parton rock album. She got it. She got the tattoos and everything to source it
I
up.
love Dolly.
The only
Right.
Dolly song that I ever really got down to was 9 to 5, and I used to do it in drag.
Nah, what's that song?
I would have thought,
Again.
Jeff, I
What
would
a
have thought
way
you would
to
have sat in the
begin.
mirror and cried to Jolene.
No, I
You
never
should
liked
never
it.
Oh.
realize love.
We better stop before we get a copyright warning.
No, I was gonna say,
What
and
kind of
kids.
fucked up music class did I walk into?
A dead one, girl. A dead one.
Eclectic. Eclectic, you know, when you pluck your box into the wall.
That just made me feel like giving money to Donald Trump. Then.
Okay. All right. Well, should we do some? My ears are bleeding. Hey, it's better than your ass after Mexican, Kelly. Right?
Oh.
Am I right? Am I right? Speaking of red things, people are very upset with Turning Red, the new Disney Pixar
God,
movie.
Just heard
So-
about this.
This movie looks a bit cute, actually. Jeffrey, have your kids seen it yet?
No. Oh, I don't. You
So-
know what? I think they were watching it.
It's about a
What?
13-year-old girl that
Who eats Mexican?
that is on the
That has
verge of
demons coming out of her.
on the verge of womanhood, and she turns into a red panda.
That has
So
demons
that's-
coming out of her.
So this
Kind
is
of like
like
a
some
werewolf
weird metaphorical.
It is. It's
Menstruation?
It's a metaphor for, the change that people go through in puberty and da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, a lot of parents have attacked the film, calling it inappropriate because the film tackles issues of transition from childhood to womanhood, the challenges of mother-daughter relationships, and generational trauma.
Dakota
All in
was trying
under
to
2 hours.
Oh, they're
So-
talking about more about that too. They're talking
Yeah.
about how it's
What's going
demonic and stuff because like demons, like they're doing rituals and like a demon coming out of the girl.
I think so.
Disney
The
movie?
biggest argument is that the film is actually rated PG for its thematic materials, suggestive content, and language. Parents are upset that they think that it is not appropriate for children. Well, guess what? The classification says parental guidance is recommended, which means you need to do your research before sitting your child down in front of the TV and half-assing having a shaky white wine.
Says the guy who doesn't have kids.
I don't care. If you're you can't be pissed off if you don't do your research on something. You can't go, oh, it's on the Disney Channel.
Angelique's left her house. Where'd she go?
She go.
Where you at, There she is.
She's scared of the red panda demons. All right, so talk to me from parents' point of view then.
I'm excited.
I don't care.
Do it.
You don't care?
No. So, look good. Let them learn about their period from a red panda. Why I got to tell them?
Here's a period red panda. Look,
But Jeff, you have boys as well.
but is this
Yeah.
is this not the point of a good children's
Brooke is so
media?
confused.
Like, isn't that the point of good children's media? That
Yes,
it
I think it's a great
entertains
thing.
and informs at the
I
same
think
time. Whether
yes,
your child is ready for that is up to you to make that decision.
Yeah,
But
I think
you have
any
to
good
actually be involved.
any good children's movie will bring about a great conversation
Serious
within your
social
family.
topics as well, won't they?
Yeah.
Like look
Stephanie
at like even the Little Mermaid. I always thought that was like about classism and stuff, right?
Yeah, Stephanie
Like
Wagner
she wants to be
says
part of another world.
my daughter. Okay, my daughter
That's my
asks.
bitch.
Sorry, no.
Oh,
Jeff, I'm sorry. I'll do it.
my daughter asks all the questions all the time and was completely unfazed by anything in this movie, and she's only 6. Yeah, I mean, it's not a
Little
big deal,
Layla.
people. You know, the people that are upset about this are the people that are trying to ban books. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people, they got nothing better to do.
But should we be stigmatizing women's bodies further than they already are?
Well, of course, only old white men want to do that, and
I guess,
Republicans.
I get that it is. You decide what's appropriate for your child and when.
Yes, Kelly.
But shouldn't this be a jumping off point? And I know, Angelique, when we were talking about like the gay marriage thing last week, and you had to explain, you kind of got forced into teaching your children about it. Is this kind of the same situation, do you think, or is this a bit more mellow?
What's interesting is I didn't even realize it was really about that. I got introduced to it through Instagram because there were a lot of reels where the parents were, the religious people were complaining about certain scenes that were in it that had nothing to do with period. So I was introduced to this movie the wrong way. The scene that I saw was where they're all like in a circle chanting, and then the next thing you know, like she's going through a portal and he has this ring and like this demon is coming out of her. I'm like, the fuck does that have to do with the period? Like, I know we have mood swings, but I didn't get that it was a period movie. So I can't even really honestly speak on it unless you guys saw that, because that's all I saw. I'm like, why?
I didn't see that clip. So people are going to take what they want and use it for their own arguments, really, aren't they?
Yeah. I was like, what?
But did your kids, Jeffrey, and your kids Angelique, see Inside Out? Your kids might be a bit too old, but
Inside Out, yes.
Isn't that a good conversation for how we deal with our feelings and mental health and da-da-da? Like, Pixar does this kind of stuff that is important.
My kids don't ask questions. They watched Mannequin. You know what I'm saying? They like Howard the Duck. They don't think nothing of nothing. They're just like, that's great.
Howard the Duck was my thing. Yes,
Howard the Duck. I love that he's back. It's making me happy.
Where's Leah Thompson?
Only if Leah Thompson is singing. I don't know why you're not talking to me.
They've been trying to get a Disney Plus like series going, but if it happens, we'll talk about it. Anyway, I really want to jump into the view from here because I have questions. Okay, so this week's topic is based again on the ongoing saga of Pete Davidson verse for Kanye West. So, I don't know if you guys saw the text message exchange.
Didn't we do this last week?
No, this is new. This is still happening.
This is new.
Still
new stuff happening.
This is new stuff happening. So,
was
basically,
it sharing it? I don't know.
Yeah. What I want to talk to you about is, when do you stop being the bigger person in a situation? I know that it is in this day and age, it is very much, I'm going to grow. I'm going to be the best version of me. But when does that stop, Dakota?
Oh. Well, I don't know. I've been a pushover my whole life, honestly. Like, I'm always trying to keep the peace. I'm non-confrontational. But the last, 8 months, I've really found myself. And, I let people beat me down for so long that I finally cut toxic people out of my life. And you can only take so much for so long. Like, it's cool to be like, okay, I'm going to be the bigger person. But there comes a point where the line is crossed that you need to step in and interfere. And you can't just keep letting people act that way.
So can I ask you what the line is for you then? What line is it that people cross?
Anal. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
wait. More clarification. Lack of or too much?
Too much. No.
What lube do you prefer?
Okay,
my God.
But I just think it's just like that point where it's just like they're affecting how I feel about myself and affecting my mental health that I worked so fucking hard to get to the point where I'm at. I draw that fucking line and I will absolutely stand up for myself now and be like, fuck being the bigger person. I need to defend myself,
Right. Yeah.
Well, Sandy, our social worker, calls it a door slam, Steve. So when things are too much and, this person is completely toxic and their shit is now making your life hell, you have to just slam that door and say, you know what, I'm not dealing with it now. It's great to be empathetic with people and to try and help them, but when it becomes unhealthy for you as well, then they need to get help from elsewhere. There's plenty of help out there if people want it.
With me, I don't care what people think about me. Like old Mavis
Yeah,
down
you're
the street.
awful.
Old Mavis, Jeff's the same. Old Mavis from down the street could live forever or die tomorrow. I don't care. You know,
Yeah, but you're a bitch.
Her opinion of me doesn't matter to me. When you fuck with my professional reputation or my job, or you fuck with my friends, that's
Slander.
an issue. And I will fight because you know you work hard to in whatever field you're in to build up a certain reputation. To have someone undermine that or tell lies about you or try and damage or disparage you, I don't fuck with that, and I will come for you.
Yep.
Over it. Same with my friend. If I know that you're going out of your way to hurt someone that I care about, then it's time for you to get a little bit of, you know.
Oh, Steve, I got to tell you about some people in my life right now. You got to get them for me.
My list will be long. Angelique, you clicked with the professional thing. Speak on, girl.
Yeah,
Speak on.
I mean, I kind of currently have a situation, but I just said this to my brother earlier. I was just like, the 3 things that if you really want to see me come out the bag, mess with my money, my mom and my kids. Well, actually 4 things in my career. So, you know, because like you said, we work hard. Nobody knows, you know, the behind the scenes or whatever. And then to have somebody come in that's probably a hater or somebody that you probably trusted at one point in time that was real close to you, just come in 2.2 seconds. Like it takes a lot of hard work to build things up. It takes 2.2 seconds to tear things down. So all those years that you went working hard, sweating tears, some people having mental health issues, going through therapy and everything, and then have somebody just come in just because they're feeling some kind of way about you negatively, just destroy it. Because now we live in a world where people take the word instead of the evidence quicker than that. And it's all of a sudden it's all over the blogs.
People are hungry for the bad news. They always want it. The bad news will travel quicker than the good news at any time. So
no, exactly. Because even with I'm gonna call him somebody else. Even with the Kanye West situation and Kim Kardashian and Pete, I feel like, first of all, I don't think any of them are innocent. But what I will say is that
they're celebrities,
right? I feel like Pete and Kim just played it smarter. He was definitely showing his ass way more publicly. But I think that I saw some signs where they were throwing rocks and then they hit it real quick. But because they played it so smart, he did everything on his own. I feel like he just should have been a little bit. He should have been quiet like them. Because now
he knows they know that he's unraveling a bit too, so he's an easy one to look like the villain.
And
right?
they've also got the Kardashian machine behind them as well.
Oh, exactly. Because there was like one simple thing. Like I'll mention one little thing that was definitely, if people don't, well, I don't follow her, but I follow someone who, I don't know who this man is, but he apparently knows everything about everybody. And he hides behind an alias on social media, and it was the picture of Kim in the gray shaggy trench coat where Pete is laying on his back and he's looking up at Kim. So the guy he posted, he was like, "Oh, Kim thinks she's slick," and he's pointing at the coat. The next slide is Kim getting out of the truck when she was hosting for the SNL. Kanye bought that coat for her. So there's like little subtle things, but she's smart. You know what I'm saying? But he's just like rah rah rah. And I say this even with guys that be like, "Oh, she's crazy. No, you probably helped contribute to the shit, but they never tell you that part. It's that the girl is just fucking crazy or the guy is crazy. You know, there's always in betweens. He just was really public about it.
So, Jeffrey, what's your cutoff point for people? What's the button they press that they get cut off?
They look at me. They just look at me.
Would you ever cut me off, Jeff?
Depends if you send me your starfish picture. That would probably make me do it.
I'm sending 10 right now.
That's where Dakota's been when she gets a box out.
Don't do it, Dakota. Someone else did it on this show, and where are they now?
It usually takes me a lot, right? I mean, I'll get mad, but I tried not to talk when I'm angry. Because I know I don't have the best reaction. Or I'll try to calmly, like when Luke gets his ass hairs in an uproar on a regular basis, I try to just message him and be like, "What's the problem? What's going on? What's
this is
the issue?"
I think this is the thing you learn as you get older, like that. It's usually a communication issue that's the problem. But if people aren't,
and I will say, Jeff's a good ledge talker as well. He gets people off the ledge.
Well, that's what I've done my whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is as I've gotten older, I have less and less tolerance for the bullshit with it. Like, if you need me to talk you off the ledge, no problem. Call me and have you talk you off the ledge. But don't come at me sideways with it, right? Like that shit, I don't have time for that. Like, don't throw a tantrum. My 9-year-old throws a tantrum. Don't do this shit with me. You know what I mean? Like, people that do that kind of stuff, it makes me nuts. Like, don't waste my time. Like, you know what I mean? We're all busy. We all got things to do.
Don't attention seek. Just go.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I have this issue with you. I have this issue.
Like, just cut to the chase.
Sort of
tell
way.
me, what do you think? I'm an asshole, that I'm selfish, that I'm lazy, whatever the problem is. Just tell me. Like, fine, I'll own up to it. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm
Jeffrey, I think you're an
I'm a piece of
asshole.
work.
I think you're selfish. I think you're lazy.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
No, I don't
All
think
those
he's
things-
lazy.
All
I think
those
he's
things are
lazy.
absolutely true, though.
Hilarious.
All
Your
those
dick
things
sucking
are
game is
selfish.
weak. I'm just kidding.
I hate that bigger person thing though. Like they'll sit there and poke you, keep on poking the bear like 150 times. Be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. After a while, I'm gonna be like, look, obviously you want all this smoke, so I'm about to give you all this smoke. Like, we're all human. Like, you can only do so much to a person.
But then if you sometimes, and this has happened to me sort of semi-recently, when you stand up for yourself, then you're the problem. But my whole thing now, this is my 2022 resolution. I refuse to be the villain in anyone's story just because they paint me that way. I'm like, no, that's the way you feel about me.
Oh, no,
if someone wants to ask me what I feel, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what actually happened because I keep receipts.
Oh, I'm
absolutely.
I'm not a dumb bitch. I keep receipts. I'm like, I'll tell you the truth.
That's me.
I feel like I'm too old. Like, I'm fine with being the villain. You know what I mean? And I feel like anybody who knows me, like genuinely knows me,
knows it.
like at times, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that I'm sure I am the villain in their story. You know what I mean? And I did things that I deserve that title. So I can't say that I'm not. You know? Like, I'm not a great person all the time. Like, I make mistakes. I'm flawed. And I'm okay with that.
We love you anyway.
Right. Well, I mean, that's kind of what our job is as friends, right? Is to love each other anyways. And to hold the mirror up when we do make shitty choices and say, hey, this is what you're doing. I'm worried about you.
I'm
like,
just merely talking in a
Jeffrey,
way when it's not correct.
What happened when someone else from the show held the mirror up? It was really not good.
What mirror?
Well,
the one they were bending over.
Oh, get over.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think
But
Luke's seen a photo that's really scarred him for life.
I'm so done with you guys.
I'm so lost.
2 weeks is all it took. He's out.
Oh my gosh. But you know what? We're always gonna be, some of us are just villains for just breathing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't even care anymore.
And I
It's
don't,
like,
I
whatever.
don't cop that. If it's justified, yep, okay, fine, I'm the bad guy. But if it's not justified, that's that
well,
person's
I think
problem.
it's always
Jog on.
justified, right? Because no matter what, there's always two sides to every story. Like, every time you interact with somebody else, you're always involving two people's feelings. So
But I
somebody
always
like,
tell my truth is what
yeah,
I say.
right. But they have their truth, and regardless of what
It's
your
not
truth
correct.
is, yeah, but that's your.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like,
No.
it's a hard
fucking
thing
with
to
you.
accept. And I mean, I think for me, like, that was one of the biggest lessons when my whole world blew up that I had to accept was I can't, this is all out of my control. The only thing I can change is me.
Right.
Oh, we got
was
very
the
Sally
biggest
Jesse
lesson.
Oprah there, didn't we?
No, and I reached that same thing. Like, my ex best friend, she painted me out to be such a villain, which in reality, she's the villain. But you know, she can write her own fucking narrative because I'm better than ever not being her friend, and she caused so many problems in my life. But she can tell her narratives. Everybody else, I'm done defending it because I know I'm a badass bitch, and I'm good.
Well, and the people that know you are gonna know the truth, and it doesn't
No,
matter.
and they do. But I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
the people that don't know me, like she just goes around, and that's fine.
And
That's
that's
why they
okay
do
because
that.
you know what? If they get to know you, they'll know the truth. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's irrelevant
And if
because you
people,
don't know
if
them.
people want to know the truth, they can ask. You know.
And while they're stalking your page, it doesn't add up to the story that she's telling because they're all
Right.
looking.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes
Absolutely.
too, it can take a toll on people. Like, you know, when someone's making out that someone's a villain, that person then can feel very isolated from, you know, from others because people believe their stories.
No, but that's
But
if
so-
you. But see, this is the whole thing. That's if you choose to take it on.
Yeah, you've got to let it go because
You
it's
go, well,
not
that's
your
your-
shit.
that's your
it's
problem.
their
Well,
shit.
Right.
It's their bag of bullshit. It's not your problem. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like it really, it's about you, but it's not your problem. You can't take that on. You've got to let it go and realize there's nothing you can do about it. It is completely out of your control.
Yep.
And the
It's
only
not
thing
even
you
worth
can
it.
do
Look at her.
is control your reaction to the situation.
It's
That's
not
it.
even worth it.
That's the only thing
And-
you have power over is you.
Angelique's
going to
give us her final thoughts now. Go, Ms. Bates.
I kind of agree with that, unless it ends up becoming a public thing and it's interfering with your career.
Yeah, work.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of public things that shouldn't be public, this week's What the Fuck Weekly before we finish.
What the?
Now, this story got a lot of traction on the website. Hello, welcome to 1994. This section got a lot of traction on our website. On
Year I was
Facebook.
born.
Who dug up Heidi Montag?
Fuck off.
And why is she eating a raw bison heart out of a bag?
I'm so
It's-
glad you mentioned this.
Oh, are you on this diet?
No, bitch.
Are you not a raw meat girl, Dakota?
No, it's fucked up because she's famous. Dude, I'm about to go off. Just wait.
Go, pop off.
She's fucking famous, and everyone's like, okay, it's a little weird that she's eating raw organs, but like, if I fucking did that, if my big ass was walking around munching on like a fucking deer heart or something, they'd be like, oh, TikTok star caught gutting a fucking deer in the wilderness, just munching on it. Like, it would not be cute.
No, but do you know what it'd be? And this, they'd be like, "Oh, look at her! She eats
That
everything."
could actually be great
Why?
for
Like,
ratings.
Fuck yourself. This is Heidi
No.
Montag. Where has this bitch been for the last
Oh,
15
my
years?
Maybe she wants a job on Yellow Jackets.
No,
Like-
Look, I can cannibalize
cannot.
shit too.
it's because the Hills is back, right? The Hills, like A New Horizon or whatever, is back, and her and Spencer are trying to.
Are
get
they
that.
though? Because her husband Spencer is like on TikTok, like taking old clips from the Hills. He's like, this was staged. This is scripted.
Oh, maybe they weren't invited back. Maybe this is
No,
why.
I thought they were though, but like I don't know. But
Maybe
I
they
know if
got
my big
axed
ass was munching
mid-season.
on a raw deer heart, there'd be fucking talk. It'd be way more than that.
I think we
Angelique
could.
Bates, your thoughts on eating raw bison hearts?
No, like, why was it close up on me?
I just like to frighten you in your beautiful house.
I know, right? With the raw meat over there. No,
Yeah.
it's
It's in the kitchen. I don't have it on camera.
I kind of agree with her because with my ethnic self, if I was doing that, me being West Indies, they would be like, "Oh, she's a cannibal. She's a savage." That's
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't
And
be
you'd
able
be
to get
doing
off
you'd be
with
doing
that.
some kind of voodoo something too. They'd be like,
Am I really
"Ooh."
cursing at this
You're like racial stereotyping much? God, Jeffrey, what about you? How do you feel about eating raw meat?
I'm thinking I'm gonna get Katrina, Angelique, and Dakota to do it out in public. We're gonna get some paparazzi photos, and we about to get some publicity.
Can we put
Dakota's like that.
uncensored radio stickers on the raw meat? So it's
Yes.
like, uncensored radio. Take a bite out of your week.
Or on my nipples. Just an idea.
I'm so mad at that.
A piece of
there's only-
bologna on each nipple.
There's only
They're
one
not
kind of
that
raw
big,
meat that
bitch.
I eat.
Well, only one piece of raw meat you eat. What would that
girl.
What would that be?
It's uncensored.
And what I make.
Uncut or uncensored? What are we talking
Robert.
about?
And we all know how Luke feels about raw
I
meat.
mean,
Oh, Angelique, are you trying to say you like a piece of stranger wood every now and again?
Did you say having sausages? Never did. They do the body good.
Do you like the
Bangers
wiener?
and mash, hey.
I like to
Bangers
play
and
the
mash.
skin flute.
The skin flute. The devil's trombone.
Oh, happy St. Patty's! Happy St. Patty's Day with your skin flute, darling.
Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. We hope you've had a good day. Sorry that the Australian quotient was late, but we'll be back on time next week. For the Australians that are just joining us now, the show starts an hour earlier from now on. So we're back to 12 p.m.
Jeffrey has something to say.
There is an announcement. Hold on.
There is.
Would you like a full screen moment for this?
Yeah, give him
We're
the
having a
full
baby.
screen.
Well,
No, actually, take us out. Take us out and leave Jeff in.
Can you put Dakota and make it Dakota? I wish Madison and what's their fuck were here, but they're
We'll
not.
stay down here. Angelique, you're just there, babe. You need to deal with that. Oh no, Luke's there. Okay.
Okay,
Anyway,
Luke.
go.
God, it's so hard to get good help, Dakota.
I
don't
can't
know.
put two people on top. Okay, Luke's gone.
I got Jeffrey pregnant.
We're having a baby. Okay, guys.
Surprise!
So it's happening. Dakota is gonna be officially joining Uncensored Radio.
Woo woo!
It's gonna be a Wednesday night show, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. with Dakota, myself, Katrina A. Johnson from Nickelodeon's All That, recently featured on TMZ, and Miss Madison Devine. So yeah, that's our big surprise. Wednesday nights, and it'll be starting in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll have a trailer releasing, so we'll get you dates for sure coming up soon. So
It's just gonna be my big jugs running towards the camera. Great trailer.
Fantastic.
Yes.
If you are in the mood for a little something, St. Patrick's Day, uncensored horror. We were forced to sit through Leprechaun. The review is up. If you're
Don't make
interested.
people watch that.
Look, I had to sit through the
froze
movie.
that jug.
People have to be.
Did you guys get
I
that?
haven't seen that forever.
Yeah, we heard jugs.
I
We heard
froze
jugs.
at jugs. So
That's all right.
Oh no, you were
Everyone-
still okay. Your jugs are
Everyone
gone.
keep
for
your
a couple.
frozen jugs warm till next week. We'll see you on UCR Live then. Bye.
Bye.
Monday.
What Jeffrey was trying to say before he was rudely interrupted is Monday we
Steve.
episode of how we got this way, right?
No, how we ended up this way, you asshole.
Yesterday's bus.
We know how
And
he
then-
ended up this way.
And then, too many drinks. And
Well.
then there'll be some kind of something
Trauma.
on Tuesday. Probably
Trauma.
Jeffrey and Katrina talking about something, but I haven't watched the show yet, so I don't know what to do.
And tomorrow night, 9 p.m. on YouTube only, uncensoredradio.live, our old interview with David Yost with a surprise drop-in from Amy Jo Johnson is dropping, the full interview. And he also talks about...
Real Housewives.
No, he talks about some of his favorite memories with past co-stars. So make sure you check that out.
Anyway, we're going. Bye.